Hello, and welcome back to a part 3 of creating Jewel, behind the screen making Jewel. Thank you for joining me today. As mentioned in the previous part, we completed the NPC, and now we're going to start working on building the city. Um, Today's goal is to just kind of get a rough outline for the city, maybe make some districts, try to make it as uh, uh, understandable as possible, and maybe on another episode we can make a more detailed city of or different aspects of the um, make it be. Um, but we'll go ahead and dive right in. So I have a map making software found online that I use for uh, situations like this. It's called watabu.itch.io. It's a medieval fantasy city generator. It has all sorts of really cool things. Um, you can generate you can just generate any kind of map that you want. You can create a new city as a whim. You can warp it. You can change its colors. You can export it to a JSON, PNG, SVG file. Generate your own kind of semi-custom uh, maps, settlements, and different styles. You can change the different styles of stuff. I've made a previous map a long time ago for a campaign in one of in uh, the Race to Primordial Mounds campaign. The city of Samargal was actually created using this. Um, and there's lots of things you can do with this. Uh, but yeah, you can make all sorts of different maps. You have water, you can have settlements, you can have rivers going through it and whatnot, emblems and stuff. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with this. Um, but for right now, what we're going to do is um, we're gonna let's make a new city. Um, Basically, what we're gonna do is we are making the city of Jewel. Um, and uh, I would like Jewel to kind of maybe represent or be a city that is angular. Um, is a uh, crystal. It's on the so quasi plane of crystal. So I kind of want it to have very angular design, very intentioned, or show great beginning. As well. Um, so what I'd like to do is we're gonna try and let's displace do. Oh, perfect. This is exactly what we want. So we're gonna and then we are going to equalize. So what equalize does is it's exactly name. It equalizes the space. Go around it a little bit, and perfect. So that's as kind of square as we're gonna get. Let's go ahead and displace again. So I kind of want to, I kind of, oh, yeah, so right there. So let's go ahead and do that. I wish there was a way to like change the building, but unfortunately not. So let's get this going. I want more. might have to play with it as best a little bit. Move this here, move that there. We're getting there, ever so slowly. And what's cool about this is there is, oh my goodness, is so I'm scrolling up and down with my mouse wheel, but if I hold shift, it allows me to change the diameter of what's here, so I can kind of fine tune the various things. So alright, so that's pretty good. So, like I said, we want to, what we're trying to achieve is, oh my goodness, I want to get rid of these, but I can't. So we're just going to zoom out, equalize. So like I said, we're gonna try and get this so that everything is basically the same. Alright, so we've got all that. So that is, let's just kind of just do it one more time just in case. Okay. So then we're going to go back to displace and zoom in so that I can see things. This is going to be a big city. This is a metropolis. So that goes straight down. That goes there. Okay. Let's bring this over just a little bit. There we go. And like I said, what we're trying to do is I want lots of straight lines. I want lots of uh, lots of angles. Sweet. Okay, so that's good. And now, yeah, same thing with up here. We're gonna move this to here. Ooh. Just kind of want to get these nodes, get these streets moved over. There we go. Like I said, lots of angles. I don't like which way that's going, so let's get this here. Lots of districts, and like I said, what we're trying to achieve right now with today's episode is just all we're doing is we are just making a rough cityscape. Nothing too crazy. We don't need to reinvent the wheel on this one. We're just kind of get a rough outline for tonight's episode, streamed episode. By the way, should be starting around 7:30 Pacific time. So I hope you get, and if you can't, then you can always catch the live streams that are immediately uploaded to my YouTube channel. So no biggie if you can't make it, but I hope to see you there. Alright, so let's bring these down. And I believe what's one cool thing you can do with these is you can actually add nodes as needed. Oh, we love that. Okay, so this is a little crooked. We're gonna just kind of straighten this out a little bit. And as you can see, this is kind of already coming into place. So we're gonna move this to like right here. And these are like the different districts that they show here. So let's move this here. There we go. Bring this up and around. Oh, we need one of these. What did I move? We need this. Need this back. Okay. wish I could fill some of this in. But maybe not. Okay, so actually, I wonder if I can. Wonder if there's a way. Let's just apply all that. Style maybe. Graphics. Elements. Font size. Districts. I think this is just the. Don't need this. Don't need that. I don't need a compass right now. Don't need a title. Grid may be helpful, but I'm not worried about it. Districts. Font size. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's gonna be much that we can do with regarding this. So we'll just keep chugging away. Like I said, let's get these right angles going. So it looks like this is a five-pointed. We got a five-pointed thing. So let's bring this here. And then we're gonna have to equalize this again. Okay. Displace. Okay, so we'll just bring this there. Yeah, just kind of getting it all kind of back to how it needs to be. Find those nodes. Get them going. Move this there. Okay, so let's bring this up a little bit. Ooh. Bring this out. Like I said, we kind of want. Ooh, I love that round. Okay. Let's bring this out. So this is a little much. Let's just kind of make this into a semicircle, and then we can kind of work with this a little bit better. There we go. Not the best, but you know what? No one said we are perfect. So I did not like at all what just happened there. What if we did that? No, I don't like that. Ah, okay, put this back. This is where it gets kind of finicky with some of this stuff. We had some weird districts in here that I'm not too terribly a fan of, but let's bring this down, this down, bring all of this down. Make Actually, let's adjust accordingly. It's kind of, that would be like a green scene. So we kind of want it to be faceted, much like a gem is faceted. That's kind of as straight as we're gonna get it. Let's do this one. Oh, like that. That kind of works. Okay, so we're just kind of gonna have to move everything over a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe not. Maybe we won't be able to, but that's, well, we'll make it work. We will make it work. Such large green spaces, and I'm not too terribly worried about that, but I do kind of wish that like some of this stuff would. Alright, so we're gonna equalize this. Oh. Okay, equalize this. What the heck? Maybe this is the route to go. Kind of getting there. Yeah, this might just be what we have to end up doing. Just to kind of make it, as much as I would love to kind of have it so that it's as angular as possible, I don't know if that is actually going to be possible. Just given kind of how this all kind of sits together. And you know, maybe we can make it work. I mean, it's getting there. There's just so many odd angles and stuff that kind of don't allow for. I wonder if we just do this. If we start over here. I wish there was like a general like control all that could be able to kind of do exactly what we're trying to do, of make this as angular as possible. Because I'm sure there's a way to do it. I haven't really played with this map maker in a while, so I can't quite speak on it all. But this is kind of taking shape. Um, I think we're getting there. I I would like it to be. Yeah, let's kind of adjust some of these other awkward shapes that are kind of in there. Okay. We'll get there eventually. And you know what? Maybe it's not necessarily making kind of these right edges, but let's do this. I do like it angular, but you know, like I said, it might be a little trickier to do that if it's just not being cooperative. Oh, yeah, you can already see how much everything has changed in here. You know what? I think we're gonna have to, let's discard all of this. Let's just make a new city. This is much better. As we see our districts, let's change some of these colors. Um, oh boy. Okay, so paper is there. Let's go vivid. Apply. Oh boy. How about natural? Nope. And modern. Apply. That one looks good. Okay, so paper's good. Let's start doing the districts. Paper's good. Ink we want straight up black. Roofs. See, okay, so we like that. Let's go here. Can we, buildings, outline, graphics, color scheme. Here we go. No. We might not be able to do what we want to do, but we can make do. So we have no water, so it looks like we have greens. Let's adjust this hue. I want to see what changes. Okay, so those are our greenscapes. The greenscapes are kind of all over the place. Not crazy though. Okay, so roads. I'll go with the roads being that. Trees. Can saturate the trees a little bit. Roofs. Let's go. Let's adjust the hue. Ooh, almost spilled my coffee. Actually, let's reduce that. Let's go there. So that's just shades of red. I'm not quite sure if I want to do shades of red, but let's do maybe, because I do I do have a colorblind. So one of my players is colorblind, and I want to be able to let them see things as well. Let's increase this to 50 maybe. Okay, okay. I don't like the purple though, so let's adjust this to maybe blue. Oh, that is a color blind person's nightmare right there. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's just go default. Let's see. Oh. Black and white. Don't like that. Let's go vivid. That might have to do... Yeah, it just looks so sepia tone, and I'm not a fan of that. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Let's go back to vivid. Let's see what that is again. Yeah. And let's change the paper to white. Okay. 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 We can play with this. Let's make that black. There's no water. Alright, let's change the greens. Let's get that a little bit more saturated. Let's change the hue on this a little bit to like a nice dark green. There we go. Nice. Okay, and then roads. Let's see if we can make them like a nice gray. Zero saturation. Let's change it all. Nope. Wonderful. There we go. You can see the roads. Walls. Walls are good. Trees, labels, and elements. What are elements? Let's just adjust that. Cancel. 60. So I'll just adjust this a little bit. I don't know what that does. That's 60-10. It doesn't really do much, so we'll just set this back to 60. Oop. 60. 10. Okay. Apply. That works. Alright, so let's start style, text. Actually, let's see, what does alleys do? Alleys work, show trees. Ah, we don't need trees. I like that. Graphics. Weathered roofs. I like weathered roofs. Tint districts. Very much so. Thin lines. Thin lines will work. Alright. Districts. Let's go legend. I like legend. Can we adjust legend? That is the question. Title, gray fair, emblem, don't need an emblem. Don't need a compass, don't need a grid, don't need a scale bar. Alright, font size small. That works. Landmarks, let's see. Icon, legend, hidden, go icon. Buildings, complex, go blocks. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It fills in the negative space that's there. Roofs. Guess we're not doing that. Processing, what does that mean? What does that do? Not much. Hidden. Oh, no. What about lots? I kind of like lots. Yeah, I kind of like the blocks though, because that really does differentiate the different districts. Um, we'll go raised. Doesn't really do anything. Don't need that. Build our solids. There's no water. No trees. We can outline the fields. Why not? Alright, let's go to text. So, title. We change this to... change this to Jewel. Why don't you want to change? Oh, that's why. Jewel. Okay. So, this is the castle. Let's go. Okay, so since we're building the city, and we are also, we're going to be creating some lore. So, the Tripotentiary is an individual and a system, if that makes sense. So you can be part of the Tripotentiary. So Noir, Citrine, and Sanguine are all individually, but they hold the rank of. It's a lot it's very similar to the wheel of time, where the Merlin seat, uh, station, and a person. It's and a physical object. The Amerlin seat is like three different things. It's a physical chair, it is a rank that you can get, and it's the title of a person. Um, so it's kind of like that. The Tripotentiary are kind of all one big thing. So let's go. Um, so we'll go. How do we want to do this? Let's call this. Let's call this the I don't really want to use geodesic. Let's go. You know what? We're gonna borrow. We're gonna borrow just a little bit. We're gonna highest light. And if you are familiar with, if you're familiar with things, i.e. Critical Role and Midst, you would recognize that as kind of the where everything sits. So let's just get out of here. So where's no? We're actually gonna change. Oh, number 3 is the castle. See, I can't see anything. Let's go here. So let's find one. One. Highest light. The highest light. Okay. Um, this will be this district right here. Let's call it, oh, you know what? This is a great moment. So let me quickly pop open D&D Beyond. Because, elections, my characters, because we actually have some of this built. Some of the districts. Backstory. So let's just kind of. Oh, I can't see for shit. Nope. I thought I had written it down, but I guess not. So number 3 is the highest light. That's the castle. Number 2 is um, let's call it the Radiant Down. The Radiant Downs. That works. 3 is the highest light. 1 is going to be the let's go that district. We will call it um, oh, I just don't know. Alright, where's 4? Maybe we can. Alright, number 4 is a green space. We can call that the I kind of want to call it the Organite Trails. For those in the United States, would find that funny as they no longer do it, but back in like middle school or something, elementary school, you'd play a game called the Oregon Trail, and a lot of people died of dysentery, both in real life and in the game. I think that'd be funny. You know what? We're gonna do that. Let's call it Organite Organite Trails. I do like that. All right, we got another green space over here. Let's go. You know what? Let's keep it simple. The petrified forest. That works, and it could have petrification. All right, so those are our greenscapes. We've got there, Radiant Downs. All right, so the districts this main district right here is probably going to be the wealthy district. So we can call the we can call this the hmm, let's call it the luminous district. Luminous district. All right, number 3, 2, and 4 are complete. Where's number 5? Number 5, the dark ring. Let's call that. Um, we can call it the. So this would be outside of the city. Let's go. Actually, we're gonna do this instead. District 8, the upper facet. And we're gonna go number 11, the old lower facet. Facet. Great. Number 12. 10. Alright, so we have the organized trails. There's number 6. Number 6. Those, I would say the number 6 make this the ooh, actually, just fill that in. Let's go on number 5, the cutter's loop. Cutter's loop. So I chose that because a lot of the times, like these kind of outskirts, are probably going to have, excuse me, are probably going to have bases and stuff like that where um, the the CD side of the jurisdiction of the city. So I do like that. I do like that of Cutter's Loop. Because it kind of makes a loop. And then what do we say? Upper facet, lower facet. Love that. Number 9, Petrified Forest. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make number 9 the Orgonite Trail. Can't see. Because that actually looks like on the greenscape. Versus number 4 kind of like encompasses this all like orangey color. So I am just blanking on all of my. The inner crust is going to be your Radiant Downs. Nope, is your Luminous District. So we need kind of the poorer district, which is going to be away from the castle. And I might make 6 actually the upper facet. Because that kind of extends 6 and 7. I like that it extends out, so I wish 6 and 7 weren't a thing. So let's go 4. Let's go. Try to see if I can get some inspiration. Let's see. Um, just kind of looking up some. Actually, that would be kind of funny. Let's call this actually LOUP. Because why not? You know what? All right, let's make four the phosphorescence. Phos P-O-S-P-O-R-E-N-S-E-N-C. Phosphorescence. Phosphor and district. Phosphorescence district. That's a big. It's a big word. Um. Let's go. Come, let's make 13. I've got a list of words. Let's go. Um, the biaxial corridor. I like that. Biaxial corridor. Where's 12? Um, I don't know, thank you, Steven Universe, that Claude is like dirt. So let's do maybe the Claude quarter. That works. Claude quarter. Lower facet, biaxial corridor, luminous district, cutter's loop, phosphorescence district, organite trails, luminous district. Okay, number 6 and 7 and 10. Upper facet, I like that. Okay, number 6. Let's go. Actually, we're gonna change this. I do like Claude Quarter, but I think we're gonna change Claude Quarter to the igneous quarter. Yeah, phosphorescence district. Um, so we have, what is this one? Phosphorescent, luminous district, phosphorescence. Let's go, you know, let's just go opalescence. I like that. Opalescence district, opalescence district. I like that. Okay, and then we have 10 and 7 left. Cutters, so we have Stonehill, Upper Facet, and North. Okay, so we have that one. Um, just trying to think. You know what? We're gonna. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, so we have the uh, uh, tetragonal, which is I'm looking it up. Tetragonal system, one of the crystal systems, three axes meeting at 90 degrees, with the C axis being longer than A and B axis. So what if we just made District 10 a triangle and called it a day? So let's go tetragonal, tetragonal commons. I like that. And then we're just gonna do a little warpy warp. So let's go here, let's go this place. Ah, couldn't have made it better myself. Um, pinch, what does this do? Oh, that's kind of cool. Uh, Relax makes it farther apart. Kind of like that. Okay. Interesting. That works. There we go. Okay. What does relax do? Ooh, I like this. No, go back. Okay. Okay, I'm playing too much. Go back. Apply. Done. Okay, so then we've got all that's left is number 7 then. So number 7, um, ba-do-do-do. Let's go Opalescent District. Why don't we do Why don't we do this? Why don't we maybe change it to it's not quite. Let's go anatrophic. No. kind of want to make like the markets or something like that. So let's go. Just kind of. You know what? This is a good word. The lust. No, I don't want that. Never mind. I was gonna do the luster markets, but I don't. I don't think we want that. Let's go. Um. Assets names. We'll call it the Halo markets. I like that. Okay. Not bad. Could be worse, but you know, makers can't be choosers. And later on in another episode, maybe later this week, I'll make a I'm gonna be doing some stuff with my Everon game, but maybe kind of expand on some of these, uh, on some of this when it comes to actually making this, like dignitaries in the Opalescence district, or actually the dignitaries would probably be in the Luminous district. Your Opalescence is probably going to be your lower middle class. Actually, Phosphorescence would be your lower middle class because it's the farthest away from any sort of main people. Middle class here along the border, and then lower class along the city walls. And your lower facet is definitely along the more upper facet. Again, that's probably like the wealthy of the wealthy. It's going to be they have a private gate and stuff like that, dignitaries, um, stuff like that. Upper middle right here, you have your halo markets and stuff like that. The tetragonal commons, maybe some like farmland market, stuff like that. Your cutter's loop is kind of your dingier part. Same thing with the lower facet, and then, or actually, the igneous quarter is kind of like where your thieves guild would be located. And then the biaxial corridor, haven't quite decided what that is. But I do like this. So let's. Oh, that's kind of cool. Position, top left, top right. We're gonna put this in the top left. It works. It looks better that over there. And then add a landmark. Oh, that's kind of cool. Add landmark, reroll, zoom in. Oh, that's actually so freaking cool. I did not know you could do that. Oh, let's save this real quick before before I do anything. All right, let's menu, export as PNG. As this gets ready, so now let's re-roll geometry. What does that mean? Oh, that's kind of cool. It just kind of changes the different buildings and stuff in. I kind of like that. Yeah, that's not too terrible. Is there anything else we can do? Zoom in on this district. Gosh, that actually is kind of, that's actually kind of really cool. But we're not going to worry about that right now. So sweet. All right, so we have this paste this new one head, and let's bring it um, uh, into what we're doing. And actually, um, what happens is my players, we currently play in Akenforge. It's a map kind of hosting. It's like Foundry a lot, with unfortunately just more of like a map maker. But I like to use Akenforge because that holds my maps. There was another program that I like to use as well called uh, uh, what is it called? Dynamic. I really like dynamic dungeons because that allows you to add like 3D text. Um, but it's okay. I mean, it actually is super fun. Um, but um, being able to add this 3D effects, I've done that before with like moving maps and stuff like that, adding. So we're gonna go ahead and um, we're going to bring up Arkenforge. So, uh, Arkenforge is really awesome. I love Arkenforge. Um, it's kind of a host. We're gonna create a new map. We're gonna call this Jewel. Jewel. Grid square full. Grid blah blah blah. I don't really need for that. So we'll go ahead and create map. All right. And then with Jewel, we have all of our new apps. I prefer. We're just gonna go. Where is it? Import. We're going to import image and video, and then let's open up your file explorer to bring in a new and look at that. We have Jewel, and so we're gonna. Ooh, what is going on? Show player box. Ah, that's why. Um, we're actually going to rotate this. And we're just going to copy it over here so that I can see it. Transform. Actually, Control Z. We're just gonna rotate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now what I can do is I can come over here and I have it on my screen, and then on the player screen. So let me just hide this real quick. And then on the player screen, um, uh, oops. They actually see the map. And it is going to be crooked, but that's just so that everyone in all of my players can see it correctly. So we're actually going to rotate this way. There we go. And as you can see, this is the bounding box in Akenforge allows me to see what my players see, or what I allow them to see, so I can hide things on my screen. Um, player box. I can hide things on my screen, and like they see is what's in this box. Yeah. So we'll go back to that's pretty much it. Um, from here on, this will be Um, I'll probably go into some session prep here in just a little bit. But for now, yeah, Joule, at least the base of Joule has been completed. Um, so I think from now we're gonna go into some session prep. All right. So, um, things ended up changing, and I ended up not record my session prep um, for my game on Saturday. However, this gives me a great opportunity to um, showcase some of the things that I have, like in Akenforge and whatnot. So, um, we'll go ahead and we'll just cut over to uh, to my Saturday setup. So, kind of give you a brief overview. So, on this upper left-hand screen, over left-hand view, this is my player screen. So this is what my players see when uh, this is what my players see when they are sitting at my table. So what I show on my screen, you can see my mouse right there on the other screen. What I show on my screen uh, for the player side, they will see there. Um, and then next we have this top right screen. What is this? This is the Akenforge screen. So this is kind of player screen, but you get to you see it a little bit better just without like the character tokens and stuff like that on it. Um, this allows you to kind of see what's going on the map that kind of gets obscured because of the camera and such. This bottom right screen. This shows at least the bottom portion of this is my behind the screen, behind the scenes content, where you can see behind the screen, where you get to see me roll die or look at the different status pages, look at all of this stuff. You see my DM screen for Akenforge over here, um, and whatnot. Um, and yeah, so let me go ahead and just toggle my player screen. Screen number 4, player screen. Go ahead and activate. So we're going to, this is the Master's Toolkit. We're gonna just adjust this so that it shows. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, this you see, um, you get to see what's on the actual screen itself. um, and whatnot. So let me zoom in to actually what is being shown. So this is what's being shown right now, and I'll show the player box. So this I have a little cutout of what I can show on screen. So this I can move this, and that changes what's on the map and what's on screen. Just kind of move that back a little bit. Um, ooh, so hard to do this without looking. So yeah, that's what they see. But I have all of this, and I think I was talking about another episode of all of this cool stuff with Arkenforge that I can do. Like you can have all of these different assets loaded and ready and be able to use and as needed. So this is kind of the stuff that they've been playing with within the astral realm. This is where they started. They walked in through a portal from material, and then they made their way through like a dreamscape. Um, Here they felt they had an encounter with some astral harpies. And then they made their, I haven't debuted this one yet, And then they got picked up by some astral gnomes, um, and whatnot, and then they made their way to the hippocampus, the city in the hippo, the head of a dead hippo god, basically. And they met with two here, Panmo. This is Panmo right here. Um, he's a halfling. Uh, he's a halfling monk. Multi-class, like he tries to get drunk, and he's not quite like the drunken subclass. He is actually a ghost-wise halfling monk, and what that is class features, monk features. Let me just zoom in, and I can tell you. Um, I might have to look this up. Ghost-wise monk. Ghostwise halfling. Okay. So he's a ghostwise halfling, and I think he's the a a drunken master monk. Features and traits, class features. Wave the astral self. Just kidding. Which is really cool. He can create arms and stuff like that. But yeah, that's him. Um, and then this is the tavern that they stayed in. Panmo got them this ship, and over this battle, they were continuing battle of astral rats, or cranium rats, and mind flayers. There were one, two, I think there were three or four mind flayers and a fuck ton of rats. One, two, three, four, five, and then one, two, three. I think we had four mind flayers and five, three mind flayers and five cranium rat packs. Let's see. My players lasted a whole 6 rounds, which is crazy, especially for this many. Yeah, so one. There were a lot of guys, and um, yeah, he was. It took a while to do this. To run this code. 2 sessions. I think we got through 3 rounds of combat last session, and then we did the additional 3 this session, which isn't great. Which isn't too terrible. But yes, and then here's the. This was the other mind flayer. He managed to get himself to the helm and turn the ship. However, Josine, one of the characters, came in and eviscerated him with the sunbeam, and yeah, that was oh so fun. So we are now they're gonna play with some shenanigans in a little bit, but I did want to show that I did get Jewel. Would you like to? Yes. We're gonna open Jewel. So here's Jewel. This is kind of the map, well, the basic map that we made. Uh, and it's not the best, not the worst though. I do want to come through with maybe some incarnate at one point and make a better map and stuff like that. Um, However, once they get to Jewel, we're gonna import a couple photos because um, let me just look at some stuff first. that works. I might have to change this to JPEG. That's that. Yeah, that opens nicely. All right, let's see if this goes. Masters Toolkit, import, photo video. Darn. I might have to go back and find these. So here's one. They're going to come up and see this. This is one of the things that they're going to see as they get to Jewel. This is kind of like the outskirts of the realm. Um, Let me move this so that y'all can see. So this is kind of like the outskirts of the realm. Uh, yeah, this one's really cool. Let me actually throw this on here. There we go. Let's bring this the whole page. Yeah, so they're gonna see this really cool landscape, and then they're also going to see this one. Kind of like, I like this crystal landscape. Get delve deeper into because, like as mentioned in some of this lore, Jewel was part of a major. It basically just got scooped up. So you have a lot of the surrounding area of the elemental plane of crystal. Like the plane that plane like no longer exists. The gods scooped it up and threw it away. So this is kind of like the remnants of what's left and what's been built over time, built back up and kind of cultivated almost by the denizens and by the tripotentiary just because of them wanting their world back, them wanting to have their their exist plane of existence, and because of actions of the gods, they probably won't ever get it back. There's another picture that I found. This one too. This is a really cool one. Actually, let me resize this because it's super freaking big. Yeah, this one is like rose quartz. Yeah, this one's really cool too. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is this kind of barren landscape that they're kind of like coming across, and I want them to like feel like they've entered into the plane itself because they kind of really have. Like this is the last remnants of the elemental plane of crystal. Um, but yeah, so I do like to apologize for not showing my session prep for today. Between having to go get food and get all of that side of my session prep squared away. I didn't get a chance to showcase to you the final touches before game starts here on Saturday. So um, later this week, I'll be uploading a couple more videos showcasing a couple other things of Jewel. I'll probably work on uh, get a video going making another map for my Eberron game, Oracle of War game, um, TBD at the moment. So, with that being said, I do want to thank you again for taking the time and watching uh, this episode of Behind the Screen. I appreciate your support, and if you can, leave a like, leave a comment, tell your friends. I know this isn't the most entertaining, but you know what? We have fun here. At least I do. Um, so thank you again and have a good night.